This terrifyingly delicious monster cake can be made with cakes of any size or shape. It looks great, but is incredibly simple to make. Ingredients and useful tools. You can also find these in the description box below. Crumb coat the entire cake with your colored buttercream. To learn how to crumb coat a cake, watch our how-to video. Attach a star tip to the end of the piping bag and fill with your buttercream. Starting at the base, pipe the fur by pressing the bag, releasing the pressure, and pulling the frosting outward to get a nice point. Pipe moving upward to the top edge until the cake is covered. Continue piping over the top, paying particular attention to the edges, which should appear rounded. Set aside. On a surface lightly dusted with confectioner's or icing sugar, roll out a small section of black fondant to about 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters thick. Use a sharp knife to cut out and shape a mouth about 4 inches or 10 centimeters long and 1.5 inches or 4 centimeters wide. Dust the surface again and roll out a piece of white fondant to about 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters thick. Using a sharp knife, cut 5 triangles for the teeth. Moisten the fondant with a little water and stick together. Moisten the back of the mouth with water and gently position onto the cake. For the hands, roll green fondant into 2 walnut-sized balls and flatten slightly. Cut out the fingers using a sharp knife, then use your hands to neaten up the edges. Insert a cake pop stick into the wrist of each hand. If you have time, set aside to harden for a little while, or ideally, overnight. Insert into the cake. To make the toes, roll 4 cherry-sized balls and 2 slightly larger balls from green fondant and place on the front of the cake. Then, roll some more of the white fondant into 6 pea-sized balls. Shape these balls into curved, pointed claws. Using the end of a paintbrush or pencil, make holes in each toe and brush a little water inside. Slot the claws in and leave to dry, ideally overnight. For the eyes, take 6 plain white cake pops. Watch our How to Make Cake Pops video to learn how to do this. Dust a surface with cornstarch and roll out the black and blue fondant to 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters thick. Cut out 6 blue circles and 6 slightly smaller black circles. We've used 1 and 2 inches or 1.5 and 2.5 centimeter cutters. Moisten the fondant with a little water and stick together. Then, moisten your cake pops with a little water and attach the fondant eyes. Leave to dry in an upturned colander or piece of polystyrene until they've hardened. Insert the cake pop eyes into the top of the cake. And you're done! You could also have a go at making these mini cupcake monsters, if you dare.